bench, or I can say that the students who are not going to show the interest, thereby you have to give some analogies. Like we have to get in detail through some watching the videos. However, we can get it in a shorter way through the ChatGPT. That in that particular perspective view, I got an overview. So likewise, I have just generated a simple notes. However, in further week or further days, I am going to upgrade myself or update myself in overall perspective view as mentioned by the sir. So likewise, so I have generated some notes related to this particular concept, that is shrinkage and creep. So basic level and intermediate advanced level. Thereby I have given, the ChatGPT or their platform has given some clear explanations, examples, self-assessment. Let's say if I go to the first case, the basic level. So even from any of the disciplines can able to understand this particular terminology, whatever. Maybe a ISC or it may be a ECE, any student can be able to understand this particular terminology. However, if we go through the next level, so somewhat it's related to or concise to the domain specification, or I can say that in detail perspective view, right? So likewise, even we can prepare a particular student for not only for the academics, but also with respect to the any kind of competitive exam is concerned. So that's all I can say from my end. However, I want to upgrade myself, whatever the points has been shared with us, mentioned with us. Thank you.
Which semester and which topic you take care?
Sir, Computing Technology, 5th semester. Right now I'm handling.
Civil.
Yes, sir, civil engineering.
Wonderful. So this is the spirit in which I expect all of you have learned.
Good evening all, I am Ramya. So here I have taken the topic of transformers for basic electrical engineering students. So as the assignment was to differentiate between the 3 levels of learners, like basic, intermediate and high level learners. So depending on the prompt whatever I had given, the first for the basic level, basic introduction about the transformers, like what is the transformer, what are the 3 main parts of the transformer, then basic principle, working principle, and then the formula for calculation, turns ratio calculation, the simple explanation about the transformer, whatever I have, that will be explained for the basic level. For and assessment there was like does transformer work on DC or AC, like that. Simple assessment questions are taken. Next, moving on to intermediate level, the detailed explanation about the transformers and also the type of transformers. In the basic, we are not explaining about the type of transformers. When it comes to intermediate, we can give some more introduction about or some more explanation about the transformers, like step down, step up, like that, and also EMF equation. Then coming to the practical examples, we can give about practical examples like mobile chargers, distribution substations, like that. Then also we can talk about losses in the transformers. And here, coming to the assessment questions, we can talk about the causes of core losses. So these are some intermediate level assessment questions I have taken. So coming to advanced level, the advanced concepts like voltage regulation about the transformer, then conditions for maximum efficiency. These things can be explained for advanced level of students. Then actually I wanted to include pictures also into it, but I couldn't do it. So I'll try with this. Thank you.
Thank you. Yeah, next please. We'll see variety, no? We saw one civil engineering, one transformers. Are you not curious to know what is so great about these Ivy League universities? Madam, you just generated. Next time in the evening, out of curiosity, you also add a context. Generate as if you are a Stanford University professor or Columbia University professor. See how Columbia University students are learning the same subject. Is it rocket science or is it the same thing? Right? It will be interesting, no? Then you will not feel good or bad about why your students or your son or daughter has to go on paying. Do you know the tuition fee of Columbia University? If they can learn here, that's a great benchmark, right? Here is the content on par with what University of Columbia students are learning. Here is our content. Okay. So I'm just curious why people have to go that far, go through so much of drama, right? Whether there's no certainty whether they'll stay there or come back. So a lot of challenges. Or let's look at what's so great about it. Yes, ma'am.
For the subject of deep learning, I created a prompt using ChatGPT for generating appropriate content on the fundamentals for 3 different set of learners. So as we can see, there are different levels of set of examples. So for slow learners, it's a very simple example. So the content, it's completely different, and navigating through the content, we can see that there are a variety of applications depending on the learner's capability. And using the same, using Mentimeter, I've generated different levels of quiz for the 3 set of learners. And using Napkin AI for the content that was generated from ChatGPT, visuals were included, so I can get different set of visuals. So from here I can choose, so whatever kind of visuals is appropriate for that particular slide to enhance the understanding of the reader. So here we can see the different levels of transformations. So I can just navigate through different pictures, and then I'll be able to select any one of the pictures. So for all this content, I can add the pictures as well. So using the Google Docs, as Sir mentioned, so some documentation was done, and then using the Notebook LM, earlier I created for software engineering subject. So I had uploaded the PPT, and now it's being generated into like a series of notes, like so along with some questions and answers. So this is what I've done today.
Very good. This is excellent. Did you see the pride in her voice? I use so many tools, right? Mentimeter, excellent, right? You used that first time or you had used it earlier?
I used it earlier, sir.
Wonderful. But now you know your own colleague is using all of these fancy things. Okay, now let's take this notebook LM to the next level. Do you know what is this audio?
Yes. I haven't tried so far.
It creates podcast. Whatever it creates, as if you are some British or American voice, by default it gives. Then there is, when you click that, it will also ask you to, there is a customization option. You can tune it. Even though by default it will generate something. Just click on that. Now it will ask what to do. Customize audio. Okay. So all these, you can try it out. You can say, speak in Kannada and English mixture. Yeah. Anyway, leave it in English for now. If it gives you in Kannada, yeah, I think Kannada also it gives. I have tried. But this is an excellent addition, so that your students cannot believe that your own lecturer did this. Okay, it looks so cool and elegant. It looks, you have arrived. University of Cambridge has arrived to your campus. Okay, it's really interesting. Then there is a video option. Afterwards, try this video option. It removes all, even if you had used your faces of your own, it removes all of them. It generates nice caricature kind of thing. It does it very elegantly. Okay. A lot of interesting things are there. You please try it out. All of these are excellent. Flashcards will come in very handy for revision during exams. You can create quick quizzes. Okay. So it will also create Google Docs for you. So Google Slides. So very interesting. Notebook LM is really interesting. Thank you, madam. What's your name? Oh. Let's give a big hand. And as just a word of caution, whenever you generate, don't use the word slow learners. Use basic, intermediate, and advanced. And share it with your students with that headings only. Let them choose. You need not have to nudge. They will see the examples. They will start using it. And how will you make it available? Do you have intranet where you can host?
We'll create a WhatsApp group.
No. WhatsApp is.
The direct link can be shared.
But unfortunately, if 150 of you create one each.
Oh. No, altogether one group.
No, finally I want them to use. No, I'm sure they will start giving this to their students. How will they give? No point sending WhatsApp. No. Do you have internet? Website hosting and all will challenge, no?
Email.
Here is my elegant suggestion. How many of you know Google Sites? Google Sites. Sites.google.com. One teacher knows about it. You know about it. Very easy, right?
I haven't tried it, but I'm aware.
I will show. I am teaching high school students how to create websites. Let me show how simple and elegant and wonderful it is. Look at this. What are types of documents Google has? Documents is nothing but Word, spreadsheets is Excel, presentation is PPT, widths you just saw, the video, gems I don't know, newly they have introduced, forms, survey forms, photos you know, PDFs you know, videos you know, YouTube, archives, audio, drawing, sites. Now let me show you sites. Now I have created quite a few sites. Let me start with this one. Who goes digital? This, look at this, CD 6 standard. 6 standard girl from Kumkur. She has created music and I got her to host it here. And this is public site, by the way, I will send you the link. And let me show the code. How cool this 5th, 9th, 6th. If these kids are using, why not you? Let me just open the website which is public facing. And when I did this with a teacher of Government High School, Koppa. It is somewhere near Kolar. This lady came one of my Saturday session and started this. Then I started taking it forward. Now this is public facing website. Even if you type, you will get it. sites.google.com/view/ghs-koppa. Now let me show what she has done. Then I will show how easy to create this. She has created music by Beethoven. Cool, right? Let's hear this cool music, then I will show the code. going to piano class, and she has coded this note by note. Now you see the code. This is the code. Look at a 6th standard student patiently arranging these codes one by one. I will just play note by note now, and you see how easy it is. I'll just separate this out so that only one note plays. Sorry, tempo, music is here. Instrument piano, okay, play note. First note, I will add the second note. Third note. So, it's not accident, it needs skill. And you need to know, since she is learning music, it was easy for her. 6th standard kid from Tumkur. If she sees this video, she will be elated. Engineering college lecturers are viewing it. Now, interestingly, whenever I teach coding, Python, I start with this, not this complex, very simple one, so that this is called low code and no code. There is no coding here, it's just arranging, but it has everything what your code has. It has loop, it has variable, it has this is object oriented coding. Stanford University uses this to teach foundations of coding. This is object oriented coding. Each sprite is an object, it has attributes, it has properties, you can vary all of them. Now let's get back to sites. All you have to do is just go to sites.google.com. Click on this plus. It opens a blank template for you. You give a nice title. You can have one master page as Vemana, then you can create sub pages. In either case, let's say deep learning by Ramya. I'm just taking some name, sorry if I mixed up the names. So you can choose the image, similar to forms only, no difference. You can either use the gallery or you can use Google Images. Let's say deep learning. So whichever one if you want, you can just pick it up. Okay, I will leave it to you. Just use some simple image for now. Now is the interesting part. Whatever you create, you will create as one of the Google Docs, right? You can just go to Drive and pull it, or you can keep it as a text box. Let me just bring it. Let me just have some simple. For now, I will just upload. You can upload something, or I will use some YouTube video which I have created. Reimagining education. I am doing similar exercise with NIE. I will show you the plan there. Leveraging generative AI in higher education. So like this, if you have it in video or podcast, you can bring it in. Or you can have PDF which will be in your Google Drive, you can bring it. Let me see. So far it's easy, right? Now let's go and publish it. Your website is ready. Now instead of having one website for each lecturer, my suggestion is have one website for each department. Okay, then you can have sub pages. Is that okay? Anyway, I will leave the choice to you. Now let me go and publish it. So now I will call website. Anyway, by default, first half will be the sites.google.com/view. Now let's say Vemana-deep learning. So just to ensure that all of you belong to Vemana, just like this. Anyway, I will leave it to you. You figure out. Anyway, this has to be unique. That's it. Have some creative names. If you want Vemana is too long, you can just say VIP. I think it didn't like the. Oh, it cannot have caps. I think I am publishing it. So it's published. Just take the link, copy link, and now I can share it. That's it. Your website is ready. This is more elegant, right? This gives the advantage. Advantage is you are not sending the physical copy to anybody. Physical copy is only one version. There is single version of the truth on the cloud. If you go and revise it, just go and replace this. Because they cannot download this. They can only play from here. Then you have the advantage. You also get to see how many people have viewed it. But you cannot know, since this is a free version, you won't know who accessed it. Only if you pay Google, they will give you the telemetry. No problem, this is good enough start. I think this is more elegant way for you to share it with your students. Look at it, it took me just 5 minutes. If you want to upload, it takes 5 more minutes just to upload. Even if it is PDF, it's very easy. Just put it in the drive and download it. So this logically concludes morning. What we saw was a concept of how generative AI is really useful. Finally, it's a tool. Okay? It cannot teach for you. Finally, you only have to teach. Even though it gives you content, you cannot keep creating hundreds of versions. Finally, you have to use your judgment call. How many versions? Because it becomes very painful even for you to maintain. For example, today I encourage you to create 3 versions. Stick to 3 versions. Don't have too many. Otherwise, if you go and revise, you have to go and revise. If it impacts all the 3, you have to revise all the 3 and you have to upload. That's why this makes your version control easy. Otherwise, it will become painful. So we learned from the first half what all various tools, why you have to learn, what are the advantages. You got fully convinced. Now, trust also got developed so that you can easily ask the questions. Then in the afternoon, you did hands-on yourself. Those of you who did, congratulations. Those of you didn't, don't lose hopes. I will document this by technology. So we will also share this recording. So anyway, you have seen who all have come forward and presented, and we will be discussing in that WhatsApp group. I will also get added. You can ask any questions there. So we also saw how to document whatever you create and how do you edit it and how do you insert useful pictures, audios, create podcasts, etc. Now with this Google site, you also learned how to organize your documents and share it with your students. Okay, that's all I wanted to share it with you today. If I continue, it will be overwhelming. So, so let's stop it here. This is a logical end. Then subsequently what we will do is we will start discussing in the WhatsApp. Then we will come online where you are comfortably sitting with your laptop. You decide when you want to do it. Weekend is also fine, weekdays is also fine. When you are at home, if you are comfortable, that's also fine. Okay. So wish you all the best and have a wonderful day.
The only way to do a great work is to love the job what we do. As rightly quoted by Steve Jobs, the co-founder of Apple Incorporation. This quote is quite applicable today because we've seen Sir coming from mechanical discipline and still he's abreast of the latest trends in technology. So we are truly inspired by your session, sir. Thank you very much. Any participant would like to give an overview of today's session? You're most welcome.
Good afternoon to one and all present here. I would like to give feedback on Mr. Kiran sir, LG, introduction to AI for higher education. And I particularly appreciated your ability to break down the complex legal aspects into understanding points. The session on positive handling was very clear and practical, which made it easy to follow. And generative AI in higher education has moved beyond basic tool use toward deeper integration into teaching and learning. Universities increasingly provide AI literacy training, but concerns persist around academic integrity, critical thinking, and critical views. Generative AI offers major benefits including personalized tutoring, improved accessibility for diversified learners, reduced administrative workload for faculty, and faster research through data synthesis and drafting support, workload for faculty, and faster research through data synthesis and drafting report. However, challenges include fears of student over reliance on AI, lower trust in AI feedback compared to human instructors, unclear, unenforced institutional policies, and ongoing risks related to bias and data privacy. To address these issues, best practices emphasize keeping educators central through human oversight, redesigning assessments to focus on learning processes rather than outputs, embedding ethical and critical AI literacy into curriculum, and requiring transparency about AI use in academic work. And we really enjoyed the course today's session in the morning and afternoon. Excellent pace and use of time, well delivered good subject knowledge training with scenarios of real-time situations used in different scenarios and cases, the real-time applications. And we learned many subject examples from our faculty members and used by the different cases. And most of our second year and third year students have given in the first year taught the renewable energy solution, innovation, design and thinking. When I given some topics for seminar for the students, already the students are used to do AI, ChatGPT, and then LLM, notebook and Canva. They are using in the seminar presentation. Usually they prefer, most of the students will prefer on second and third year as well as in the first year students. They used to do most 50% to 60% students will do this, use these tools as on today itself. We have to be aware of these things and it gives more benefit for us also. I thank Mr. Kiran sir. He's giving an insight on generative AI use in higher education. Thank you, sir.
Thank you. I have one suggestion. We will take a group photo. I have a drone. We have to just step out and take a group photo. Is that okay?
Yes.